Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are back for a second stream today. Thank you so much for coming through. Hit the thumbs up, hit the subscribe button. #1 commentary channel on YouTube. Let's get right to it, guys. Well, we've had a very interesting morning, to say the least. We've had a very interesting morning. We covered UFC 294 a little bit. And we had an interview with Glory Watson, so if you haven't already, go check that out. That was a lot of fun. She fights November 11th, and it should be fireworks, and it should be fun to see. In the meantime, though, what's even, I guess, more recent is, you guys remember last Monday, specifically 24 hours ago, and there was a man by the name of Trey Melton that has some explaining to do. And that's what we're going to try to do today. But first, credit to the person that was here first, that being none other than Andrew Wheat. He said, it's time. I read that in the Bruce Buffer voice. He says, let him have it, Miller. Oh, man, I'm going to try to be nice to Trey. He doesn't deserve it. The mathing. How can he be 0-3 but you swept the card? There's a no contest. He either went 0-2, you didn't sweep the card. Hito, there's a thing called clickbait. I'll teach you what that means. There's a thing called, marketing. So, I don't expect you to know anything about that. I don't expect you to, understand what I'm speaking of or to have the faintest idea of what that means. But without further ado, we'll get there. That's Walmart. Rory McElroy says 999. Shout the season, man. Without further ado, we are here. We're back, and we're gonna call Trey. I'm not even gonna, beat a dead horse. I'm not gonna bug him too much. I'm just simply gonna ask him what happened. Why didn't Volkanovski win when he had Volkanovski winning? Why didn't Usman win when he had Usman winning? He just it's safe to say he was wrong about everything as far as like he usually is about the card. I'm just promoting this on every streaming platform that we can. Let me send him the link, and we'll hear from the horse's mouth his very own explanation. I can't necessarily, Trey, if you hear me out there, I can't necessarily make excuses for him. Maybe he has some good reasoning that I just simply don't know about. And maybe he could explain it better than me as to why he was wrong completely about the whole card. Again, we don't expect Tito to know, clickbait and things like that. Trey, if you hear me out there, I sent you the link. Give me 1 second. Let me text him as well too. Sent you link DM in Discord. Cool. I'm excited to hear what he has to say. In the meantime, let's catch up with chat. Eddie Rodriguez in the building. What's up, bro? It's great to have you back, bro. The Phillies are currently losing 4-1, so pray for my Phillies. They're not doing quite that hot. They need some help. Aaron Nola is horrible on the mound as far as he either pitches like a no-hitter, a complete game, or he gives a bunch of runs up. And today in Game 6, the most important game of the year, he elects to do the latter. Zelmay in the building. What's up, Zelmay? Welcome to the stream, my guy. Good evening, Eddie. Eddie, what you been up to? Did you say last Monday and then specifically 24 hours ago? Wow, I did. That was a little bit off, to say the least, guys. What were your guys' thoughts officially on UFC 294? We'd love to hear your thoughts as far as how you did on the card, whether you had predictions. I think me and Drew had every fight the same as far as our picks, so we were right about everything. Trey was right about nothing. So we'll see what he has to say in a second. I'm just setting things up on stream here. Don't mind me. Let's see. Got that. Admit. There we go. I think we're about to have the man, the myth, the legend. Let's see what he has to say. We'll have a good back and forth. Guys, without further ado, let me put the 5 minutes on the clock, even though he might have 3 this time, because he just lost his touch. He lost his he's lost his touch as far as entertaining the crowd. He has a new pair of shades, which is surprising. He's racking up views on Wedgie's golf company, so now the money is just pouring in right now, and I think that has something to do with it. Without further ado, Trey Melton has 5 minutes on the clock, no interruptions. Here we go.
First of all, I'm not even going to sit here and be disrespected. I've already seen some of you dummies comment in here a little bit. I've already seen people commenting earlier. Everybody want to talk to me. Hey, y'all don't have any better takes. I've never seen you have one good take in my entire life, but let's not get to that because you don't deserve to be addressed. You are not the ones who deserve to be talked to. I deserve to be talked about. The source, the king, the one who gets it done, Mr. Intel, is here. Back again. I show my face. Y'all said I wouldn't show up. I'm back again.
Surprised.
Shut your mouth. This is my 5 minutes, I thought. Now, here's the deal. I'm not even going to get to Volkanovski yet. I'm going to let that simmer a little bit. We don't have to talk about that yet. Even though Miller is just over there salivating at the mouth, wanting to talk about it so bad. I'm not even going to talk about Usman and the controversy.
Controversy?
That you peasants, you regulars, you fair weather fans who don't even really know the sport, haven't even noticed yet. We won't even talk about that yet. What I want to address is this was supposed to be the card. This was supposed to be the card of the year. The biggest card, Abu Dhabi, Islam versus Volk.
Interesting.
Usman stepped up. The big ones. These guys are warriors. And they're letting doctors come in here and ask trivia questions to determine if a fighter can come back and fight when he looks perfectly fine. He looked perfectly fine. He was good. He said the desert. They said it. He said the desert. What more do you want? You want to name the capital of it too? Buddy, we don't know about this area. Y'all barely allow people over here. Now we're supposed to know names and stuff. First of all, that was an absolute disaster. I mean, it just ruined the momentum of the card. Anything that the card had previously, any little momentum, because let's be honest, when they're over there, it's quiet. Nobody's cheering. They're all sitting down. They don't want to sweat. It's hot over there. It's the desert. Cheering, standing up. You know how hot it would get in that building if they were doing that the whole time? They can't do all that. There's a couple claps. There's a couple roots when something big happens. Other than that, it was quiet, kind of dead, which made the air in the event just get sucked out every time nothing was happening. It was like watching a Rose Namajunas fight, honestly, if I'm being real, or an Izzy fight. Boring. And then they go and rob Usman of his victory.
Oh boy! I didn't see it coming. I'm sorry. You got a minute 45 left. Wow. Okay.
They go and rob Usman of
that was a play.
Victory. Are we being serious? We know where we are. We got him fighting Khamzat in Abu Dhabi. So you know if it goes to a decision, let's be honest. We know something funky, something weird, something fishy is going to happen. And sure enough, a 10-8 round?
Oof. Oof.
Wow.
Oof.
A 10-8 round. We've seen 10-8 rounds. We know how brutal they are. That's 2 knockdowns. That's getting absolutely mauled, destroyed, obliterated, cut open, elbows to the jaw, to the head. And you're telling me what we saw Saturday was a 10-8 round? I saw Usman get up with no damage. To be completely honest with you, when they got up, Khamzat looked more tired than Usman. Usman wasn't even gassed from it. Which is why you see him come out and take off in the second round and win that second round with ease. I think we can all agree that he won that second round. And then it comes to the third round. And let me tell you, he won the third round. The takedown was nothing. He did absolutely nothing on the ground when he took him down. It was weak. There was no damage had. If anything, it should have been a draw. An absolute disaster of a card. An absolute ruin of a card. It made me sick that they would hype this up to be the biggest card of the year, and that's what we had to witness. What's happening, UFC? What's happening?
Now we are back. We are locked and loaded. It is time. Thank you so much, Trey Melton, for being here. UFC 294 recap. Trey Melton, MillerDC. I go by as the source, the one who gets it done. This is Trey Melton, aka Mr. Wedgies. Trey, thank you for joining today. Cause listen, I'll give you credit. I honestly thought you were gonna decide not to show up because you got every fight that you predicted wrong. So I thought to myself, this guy is gonna, just like he kind of ducked me. I sent him a text on Saturday. We were supposed to play poker. I was supposed to take some of his money. No response. He didn't hit me back up till like Sunday afternoon. I mean, with friends like him, who needs enemies? I mean, thank God I wasn't dying or anything. Nonetheless, we're here. So credit to you. You showed up when you got every fight wrong. Let's start off with what you focused on. Khamzat Chimaev, Kamaru Usman. Are you saying it was a robbery?
Absolutely, it was a robbery. You're telling me that was a 10-8 round, Miller? It makes me absolutely sick that you would even agree with them. But let me just say this: you're the cornball. You're the type to do that. You're the type that likes the corniness. Okay, that's why you like people like Aljo. That's why you flip flop on people like Sean O'Malley. That's why you do all that stuff because you're this type of guy.
I just resonate with fighters. I mean, it was a close fight. I will admit, and we'll get to this a little bit. I think it's another form of evidence as far as that last fight of why Khamzat loses in a 5-round fight. Maybe to the king of the division right now, that being Sean Strickland. I really want your opinion on that. But first, let me ask you this. Khamzat Chimaev, Kamaru Usman, could you at least edge it to Khamzat Chimaev as far as 2 rounds to 1? Or you honestly thought that Usman won that fight?
Here's my thing. Usman won the third round to me. The takedown was absolutely nothing. I mean, it was okay. He took him down, had some control, but he did absolutely nothing on the ground. There was no damage, no strikes, no nothing. They were just hugging each other. In fact, Usman was holding on to him a little bit for a while. Had him locked up. So what do we in a 10-8 round? We've seen 10-8 rounds.
Magomed Ankalaev versus Jan Blachowicz is a perfect one. Their last.
That's what I'm saying. You're telling me that's a 10-8 round? That was nothing. I get it. He had him stretched out a couple times and was going for some submissions, but nothing was locked in ever. He's got a fat neck. You're not choking that dude out. Come on now. Everybody knows that. And his chin's strong as crap. I mean, good gosh. But seriously, that's not a 10-8 round. That's the craziest thing I've ever seen in my life. I mean,
let's go back to round 1, bro. I'll be honest. I don't know how you felt. So when I was watching the fight, Trey, you tell me if you felt the same or differently. When I was watching the fight round 1, I didn't expect Khamzat to get a takedown that early. I thought with fresh legs in the beginning, it'll take him a while. Khamzat gets the takedown. I thought immediately in the back of my mind while I'm commentating the fight, it's over. Because if Khamzat is able to get him down, his jiu-jitsu's just way better. He couldn't. Not only could he not get the choke, he didn't really apply any damage in the first round as well either. I wasn't impressed. I picked Khamzat to win. Of course, I was right, like I usually am. I wasn't impressed, but in that first round, didn't get the submission. I was surprised.
Yeah, that was super hard picking a minus 400 favorite. Way to go out on the limb there, you big guy. Anyways, I like that you finally bought some Phillies jerseys and hats also, trying to act like you're an actual fan. I know you haven't had that until this year, until the playoffs. But anyways, yeah, here's the deal. Just like I said, you wanted to say a whole week ago. Just like I said, I told you, Khamzat is not that skilled. He is not that technical. He is not crazy finesse and all that. He's pure strength. And just like I told you, he went in there with pure strength. And guess what happened, y'all? He got gassed and lost technique and started getting bullied in the second round, started getting pieced up. Listen, we can all agree Usman was better on the feet. Everybody knows that. We seen that clear as day. The only thing you're telling me that Khamzat beat him in is ground control. So what are we talking about? Is that a fight hugging somebody on the ground and stuff? That's what you're telling me wins a fight and gets you a 10-8 round? Not only does it win you a fight, it gets you a 10-8 round to hug him on the ground. We frown upon that stuff. Now I get it. We're over there. They're all in the grappling. You know, the Khabib and Islam and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's their style. That's what they do. So that they enjoy that a little bit more. They don't get bored. In America, half of those fights would have got booed because they was laying on the ground half the time just hugging each other.
What?
I know. Thank you. I mean, come on. What are we talking about? I'm the source. I'm the king. I'm the one who gets it done. I'm Mr. Intel, Miller. What are we talking about?
I'm more impressed you showing up, but you're actually making some decent points. Trey, let me serve you up an easy question for you then. What happens in a 5-round fight between Usman and Chimaev?
Everybody knows that Usman would want a 5-round fight.
Everybody
sees that. Everybody knows that Usman would have won a 5-round fight. That's clear as day. He won. That's what I'm saying. He won the second round, going into the third round, had momentum, was winning the whole entire round until the takedown. Apparently won Chimaev the round when he was holding on to him the whole time. If they would have went to a fourth round, Chimaev would have been even more tired because clearly he was the more he lost stamina quicker in the fight. I mean, everybody could see that. He was huffing and puffing over there. But what are we talking about here? Usman won this fight. That is not a 10-8 round. It was 2-1 Usman. And it's absolutely sickening that he gets robbed and has to have this little asterisk on his record now, and it needs to be an asterisk. There better be an asterisk by it. I would love to see this be a fight night or whatever it can be to get him into a 5-round fight. Please run it back.
Not gonna happen. But let me ask you simply another
I forgot you make the fights.
Of course, they run it through me. I mean, with all the predictions that I have, anyways. Let me ask you this simple question, and I might be leaning towards this too. Is Khamzat Chimaev overrated?
Yes, I think we figured that out at the Gilbert Burns fight. What are we talking about? Look at the guys. What was the guy's name you said last week? Do you even remember?
That he's beaten?
Yeah. Do you even remember the name you told me? The random?
Rice McKee, Li Jinglong, Gerald Mearshart, Gilbert Burns, John Phillips.
Gerald. Don't ever say Gerald. This is John Miller. You talking about dudes who work at the Piggly Wiggly now. What are we talking about here? You talking about bums, okay? He finally fought a real competitor. Well, he fought a real competitor in Gilbert Burns. Don't get me wrong, but Gilbert Burns he's not as good as everybody says he is either. Which is why Usman made him cry in the middle of the ring, which is what I said also last week. I'm saying everybody wants to forget all the good things I said. They just want to try and attack me for going out on a limb. It makes me sick.
I can't wait to talk about the next topic, but two things. First, Lee, let me say what's up. Tehran Brown, welcome to the stream and coming back a second stream in a row. Thank you so much. Hollywood Heath on the building. Beta Quest. Beto is back. What's up, Beta Quest? Welcome to the stream. This man is wearing a beaver sunglasses, says Beta. Two things. Number one, these are the stats according to Hito. He says Khamzat landed 107 strikes to Usman 56. I haven't looked that up as far as the significant strikes, but that sounds a little finicky, right? That Khamzat landed two times.
That's hilarious to me.
You think those CompuBox numbers are wrong?
Yeah, of course. Who said that?
Hito. I gotta look up the stats. But let's hypothetically.
See what I'm saying? Let's check our sources before we go saying stuff like that. I would never believe a word that this guy would ever say in my. Hey, do you guys know this? This guy plays rough touch football. He said, adult rough touch football. What is that? I don't even know what that is. Okay.
Oh my!
Never believe in anything this guy says. I mean, this is hilarious. Please don't read any more comments from him. Thank you, Miller.
I don't know if that's so let me quickly show the stats real quick before we get back to that. Significant strikes, it was 38 of 70 for Khamzat, 36 of 66 for Kamaru Usman. So it was close. What did he say it was? 107 strikes to Usman 56. I don't know if that's where did you get that from? Because the first round 16 of 17. Total strikes. Where's the total strikes at? Oh, total strikes. Yeah, he's 58 of 92 and 107 of 143 for Hamzat Shemaev. Thank you for the $2. Hito, thank you for becoming a member for another month. Appreciate you, sir. Trey, on the UFC stats on their official website, 107 of 143, but what I would say,
where were they landing at? Where did those land at? I didn't see those landing. I'm sorry.
That's what so 16 of 17 against 3 of 3 was in the first round, but then in the second round, who landed more? It appears to be Kamaru Usman, and then in round number 3, Kamaru Usman landed more as well too, even though it was by a small margin in round number 2. So majority of the discrepancy, I guess, is the first round as far as the significant strikes. So I don't think we could just go off those numbers. What do you say to that, Trey Melton?
Stop reading this guy's comments. This guy's always trying to sound smart in the chat and look cool. And nobody thinks you're cool, Hito. You're a loser. You don't know anything about the UFC. That's why you listen to me, the source, the king, the one who gets it done, Mr. Intel. Thank you.
Drew was right that Johnny Walker says Johnny Walker was in the desert. He did say that. He was correct. Thank you for the gifted membership, Beta. Appreciate you, sir. And then the $2 from Hito. Appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. This is a question I've been dying to ask you. I have no idea what Trey's going to say. I don't know if you've seen my short that I made recently. Hamza's supposed to get the title shot next. Let's say he recovers in time and that happens. His opponent will be none other than Sean Strickland, Trey Melton. I'll tell you who I have. Thank you for the 2 again, Hito. I have Sean Strickland winning, surprisingly. Who do you have winning?
I have Hamzat winning, no doubt.
Oh, all right. Let's debate it. Let's go. Here we go.
Are we being serious? I mean, if Usman is not stopping him with his jabs and landing and popping him. Now, he popped him a couple times, don't get me wrong, and it looked like he might have dazed Hamzat one time. But here's the thing. Sean Strickland is not doing that. I'm sorry. You want to talk about picking somebody up, running around with them, saying, I get everybody talking to that. I'm having to tap you. He's going to absolutely run around like a Tasmanian devil on that man and whoop him. It is hilarious. Look, I get it. You think he's going to push the pressure. You think he's going to push him back and push Hamzat. It's not going to happen, buddy. I'm telling you, as soon as he steps in, Hamzat going to go for the takedowns. You're going to take him down very easy because he's nowhere. Here's the thing. I told you, Hamzat does his strength. So he's going to absolutely outstrength Sean very easily. Let's be honest. That is a huge gap in strength-wise. And he is going to bully this man. You want to talk about flattening a guy out? You want to talk about a 10-8 round? This is going to be bad. It might only be one round. I'm not even joking. This might be the fastest championship round in history. Fastest championship fight. I don't know. Let's look up the stats on that. What's the fastest championship fight in history? I'm telling you right now, Hamzat might beat it.
Before I tell you how I feel about that fight, let me just quickly ask you, what do you think the odds will be?
For the fight?
Mm-hmm.
I think
Sean Strickland versus...
I think Hamzat's going to be like minus 400 again.
You think so?
Yes. Yes.
I think he'll be like a minus 225. It might even be closer. It might be dead even.
Miller, listen to me. He is going to pick him up and run around with him like the Tasmanian devil and rip his neck off. It is going to be brutal. We thought it was bad when Sean got knocked out by Alex. Listen to me right now. It is going to be bad, like very, very, very bad. And here's the thing. I love Sean. He's a great guy, and I'm so happy he won the championship. Another one of my guys. Look, here I am doing it again. After all these months, I told you Sean was one of the guys. There he is, championship. Here's the deal. Hamzat is going to absolutely drag him through the mud, flatten him out, bully him, punch him, do whatever he wants. He will be talking trash to Dana while he beats up Sean and wins the championship.
I'll be honest. Before Kamaru and Hamzat fought, if I had to pick on who would win between Shemaev and Strickland, I would have said Hamzat. Let me tell you why I strongly feel. I swear I'm not joking, Trey, because it sounds a little funny. I feel strongly that Sean Strickland wins. Before I do that, Trey,
bro, you are absolutely hilarious. I mean, Miller, this is one of your dumbest takes you've ever had in your entire life, right here. One of the worst ones ever. Congratulations. You just hit number 1 on your worst take in history, and there's tons of them.
Have you seen my percentage of right versus wrong. I mean, I've been sweeping cards. I've been doing like 10 ones, 10.
You
It's
claim
crazy.
anything on here. People were calling you out before you even started the stream, talking about this guy's a liar. It doesn't even make sense. Doesn't add up.
You could look at the prior videos. Thank you for the $10, Hollywood Hito. He says Trey said he didn't go to college because he went the acting route. LOL. How that guy? You're a broke, starving artist on YouTube. Jesus. I mean, people are taking off the gloves. Thank you for the $10, Tito. Appreciate you a ton. Beta Quest says, I think Hamzat has a better chance than you think, Miller. Kamaru had the wherewithal to avoid getting put out by Hamzat in the wrestling department, while his takedown defense is fantastic. Of course, but that's going up in weight, so I don't know if we could use that same stats. He's not as strong to defend takedowns. All I'm saying is Sean Strickland is a natural 185. Miller, I can't believe I'm saying this, but I agree with Trey, says Drew. Beta says, to his sparring partner, Strickland is not a wrestler, and if he can't keep it on the feet, then he's entirely screwed. It's going to be a sub. All right, guys, listen. I heard enough.
Yeah,
I heard
because this is the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Leroy in the building. Thank you so much for coming through. Everybody coming through. Hit the thumbs up. Share the video. Let's get this up to 20 viewers. Thank you for the 10 again, Hollywood Hito.
I didn't know that.
Trey Melton. Wow, this sounds a little bit dramatic, but if a gun were pointed at my head, I'm dead serious. And they make me pick between Strickland and Chimaev. I'm going Strickland. He has to do one thing. Easier said than done. He has to nullify the takedowns. Hamzat is not the boogeyman that he was at 170. He's not. And even when he took down Kamaru, have you seen Sean Strickland get taken down before? He does an amazing job at getting back to his feet. He couldn't even submit Kamaru Usman, who essentially has no jiu-jitsu.
He's got a fat neck.
Sean Strickland is look, listen, all he has to do, and I'm not saying it's easy, all he has to do is survive the first 2 rounds. He's going to do that. Nobody gave him a chance to beat Adesanya. He does that. Hamzat Chimaev is going to blow his tank. His gas tank, like Beta said earlier, is like a H2 Hummer. All he has to do is stop the takedown, survive in the beginning. Come round number 3, he's going to dominate. Something might be weird with your mic. It sounds like a static or something. It might have went away.
Can you hear me?
You're good. Yeah, you're good now. I feel strongly that Sean Strickland gets it done, man. He's gonna jab Hamzat's life away. Hamzat is not as good as we thought he was. I truly do feel that way, Trey.
I mean, we knew this in the Miller. You're talking about the best ground defense in the UFC with Usman. Sean is not that.
At 170, does that make a difference though? Usman.
The skill does not just set it off. Like it doesn't matter about the weight.
But he had to do that at 15 pounds over his weight class. He has never fought at 185 before. So it's a little tough. It's going to be a little tougher.
No, it's not, because he is 50 times stronger than Sean, okay?
And
he's a little skinny rail, dog.
And he's coming off the couch. He's coming off 2 losses, coming off the couch. Okay, let me ask you this. Did he hurt his knee warming up the day before the fight when he was doing the presser and all that?
Who?
Usman. Do you think it was fake news, or do you actually think something was wrong with his knee?
I don't think something was wrong with his knee. I don't think something was wrong with his knee.
He grabbed at it as he got up.
Okay, so I mean, maybe he bumped it or something, but like the saying it popped and all that stuff, like I don't think that happened. Miller, put it like this. Okay?
Gaethje asked him if he was okay.
Listen to me right now.
He went in there hurt. He went in there hurt. He went in there hurt.
Okay, maybe listen to me. Listen to me about Usman and Khamzat right now. If they were to go back and give Usman a full camp,
Usman will win that fight.
Okay, so what are we talking about?
If he didn't look that good against a natural 170 pounder that has never fought at 185, he's not going to look good in a 5-round fight against Sean Strickland.
Miller.
It's that simple.
Usman would dog Sean Strickland also. I hope you know that.
They fought before, and Usman won.
Okay.
This is a new and improved Sean Strickland.
Not enough to beat Khamzat. Not enough to stop the takedowns. Not enough to get bullied.
They were saying the same thing when he was supposed to fight Adesanya. Nobody gave him a chance.
Are we being serious? We're talking about the most boring fighter in the UFC. This guy's an absolute bum, barely through. We knew what was going to happen. He was going to push the pace and get on him. He's not going to do that to Khamzat. Khamzat's not going to sit back and just not do nothing and be like Izzy. Izzy is the most. That's all he does. That's all he does, dog. And throws a kick every now and then and walks out looking dumb or doing a little stupid dance. I'm telling you right now, it is going to look
Hamza is there to be touched. Hamza,
look up the stat. What is the fastest belt title shot win? It will be broken when they fight. It will be that fast.
I feel very strongly that Sean Strickland gets the job done. I think stylistically is a very tough matchup for Hamza Chimaev. He's not who people thought he was, and that goes to show against the Gilbert Burns fight. Gilbert Burns hurt him at 170. Then he can't get Usman out of there, who came off the couch. Sean Strickland, 5-round fight, full camp. Hamza coming off a hand injury. Sean Strickland wins.
Please tell me, do y'all hear how dumb this guy sounds? This is one of Miller's worst takes he's ever had in his entire career. Look at all the footage. Go back to all the videos, all the podcasts, everything we've ever done. And I'm telling you right now, this is number one for his worst take in history.
I wish that I was joking. I am dead serious. The one and only Trey McBride Mountain. Ben Hogan says Strickland will box his ears off. So there's some people out there that agree with me. What's up, Ben? With a championship on the line, Hamza will finish Sean round 1, says Leroy. That hurts to read. I haven't figured out who will win, but they know who will win. Facts. I admire their willingness to fight for the bag, knowing pretty sure in their minds they both know who wins in 9 times out of 10. They have trained before, and one has not looked great against the other, but sparring and fighting are two different things. Camila, welcome to the stream. Thank you for coming through. Who is Trey's stalker? What's up? I'm not sure. Okay, so we gave our predictions. I'll just tell you flat out. The way I have it ending is Sean Strickland. So you could give me yours, so you have time to think about it. I have it Sean Strickland. What do we go with? Do we go with a decision or do we go with a knockout? Because the knockout will be there in the 4th and the 5th. Hamza will be tired. Unanimous. Is it painful to hear?
Bro, are you joking right now? Like, are you just pranking me right now, or what's going on, bro?
I promise you, on everything I love, I'm dead serious. I'm gonna say unanimous decision win for Sean Strickland. Nobody saw that happening against Adesanya. He might. I'll take it a step further, Trey. He might actually beat Hamza more convincingly than he did Adesanya. And this guy laughs. We've been here before. Hit the
button. Hit the button. Hit the laugh button. Hit the laugh button real fast. I got you. And I'm saying this as a bro. I'm saying this as a friend. Okay, I want you to look at me when I say this. I hope and pray that the Phillies copyright this video for you wearing that. That way, this never gets out to anyone than other who've just seen it right now. Because that is one of your worst takes you've ever had in your entire life. It is honestly pitiful. I'm sorry that anybody even had to listen to that.
We're gonna get a Volkanovski and Makhachev next. Can I vent to you for a little bit, Trey? I'm serious. I need a vent, and I need some advice, and just be a good friend for me here.
What have you been going through it? Because something's got to be going on. Something's got to be going on.
Trey, I promise you, I'm dead serious. No, it's not even that. I'm more surprised that more people don't see it the way I do, and it feels weird. Because usually when I give takes, people are like, you know what? I can kind of see that. The Sean O'Malley, people didn't believe me without Jermaine Sterling. I was right, of course. Leon Edwards versus Usman, I was right again, of course. The head kick and then the rematch when people thought, oh, well, Usman won majority of the fight. He's going to win this one. They were wrong. I was right. So it throws me off a little bit. I've been here before, but I'm more surprised. I don't understand why people don't see it. Like, I feel like it's clear as day.
Because Khamzat is an absolute freak.
He doesn't have a gas tank. You said it yourself.
Miller,
he's explosive. He relies on strength. That's all.
Yeah, and Miller, guess what? Unfortunately for Sean, he's an absolute noodle, and he's going to get broken and snapped like one. What are we talking about, Miller? He's an absolute weenie. He's standing there like a stick. He's not going to do it. He's going to get snapped like a little twig, Miller.
Leroy.
Miller, he's going to get ragdogged. It's going to be absolutely bad. I'm telling you. Look up the stat for the fastest belt win. It will be broken when they fight. I can promise you that.
We're going to have to make a short about looking up the stat, saying it, and then saying that you said is going to be broken, and we'll see what happens. Leroy said in Khabib's voice, #1 bullshit brother. Eddie says, I'm with Miller on this one. Izzy was scared of Strickland, says Danny Burns. Trey.
He's scared of everybody. He just doesn't throw. That's why he's a bum. That's why nobody wanted him in here. That's why we are all blessed, and everybody should be thanking the Lord every single day that Izzy said he's not going to fight for a while. Honestly, if we're lucky, he'll never fight again. Nobody wants to see that absolute bum ever again. Nobody likes him. Thank you. All right, what were you about to say?
Nothing. I was just about to get on the next topic, which I'm excited for again, because again, and Trey sounds so confident, but if you guys remember last week, he sounded this confident, and he was 0 for 3. Just throwing that out there.
Whatever. Pal.
So
you're claiming wins on fights that didn't even finish. So what are we talking about here?
999 says Sean will make a point when he fights. Danny Burns says, is Vegas not at -300 or about? That's public opinion. -300 for Hamzat, right? I'm assuming Danny Burns. Izzy was scared of Strickland. Leroy in the building. All right. I would love to hear your explanation. I'll admit, I thought it was going to be a closer fight. I thought Makhachev would win by some sort of split decision or close fight. One more message before we get to the next topic. Beta Quest says, Hamzat Gas Tank is absolutely trash, but his wrestling is amazing. That's undeniable after flattening out Usman in the first. Strickland has the exact opposite of a gas tank, but we don't know that. His wrestling is good enough to be someone as good as Hamzat. I'm telling you, he gets the job done. I'm not going to beat a dead horse. I can't wait for the moment to happen. Trey Melton. Makhachev Volkanovski. Explain yourself.
Here's the deal. I was saving this one. I specifically didn't talk about this one in my 5 minutes because this is serious.
Okay.
Let's
see what we have here.
Me sick that y'all would want to kick a man while he is down. Everybody's seen his press conference after the fight. The man's been going through it. The man's been having personal problems, mental problems, and y'all want to sit here like a bunch of disgusting individuals that you are and talk about, oh, Trey was wrong and make fun of it, and talk about how Volk got knocked out and he ha ha, while he's sitting over here going through it. How dare y'all? How dare? I mean, just take a look in the mirror. Just take a look in the mirror yourself and see what you're doing, kicking a man while he's down. He took this fight for the people, for his mental health, to make sure he could get back, to make sure he would feel better about himself and not be sad at home, sitting there wondering what he's going to do next. He came back and put on a great show. And look at that. Look at that response. How disgusting. After he sits there and vents in the conference, tells you his heart, tells you his feelings. And Miller says, "You think I care about your feelings, pal? You got knocked out." That's the type of guy you're listening to right now. That's the type of guy who buys Philly gear when they can make the playoffs, and he never had it before. Miller. Also, I'm sorry. I know I'm about to switch the subject real fast, but we can go right back to it.
I wore this last year, by the way. I wore this.
Are you standing up or sitting down right now? Are you standing up or sitting down right now? I'm guessing sitting down.
I tried it. I'm waiting for the Makhachev versus Volkanovski explanation.
I just gave it to you. It's disgusting that you guys even want to talk about this. Kicking a man while he's down.
What happened? Why did he get head kick knocked out?
He took a fight on a week notice. He had a hand surgery. He had a lot going on. He was just trying to be a man of the people and take the fight. How dare you hold this over his head?
I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
If you look,
you are. You did, and you are.
You know what? I'm actually been getting a lot of heat and a lot of views, so perfect combination. I don't know if you've been on Instagram. 129,000 views. Did you see that?
It's probably because I'm back on the channel and people are dying. Like, please, is he going to show it? Nope. Okay, he didn't. Whatever. I'm going to the next video.
You know what I called it? I called it anticlimactic. And there was a fan in the comment section that I believe made a great point. Let's see if you agree with it. If Volkanovski had a full camp, of course you can't prepare for a head kick. But because he lost so much weight in such a short period of time, perhaps that was the reason why he didn't take that head kick so well. How do you feel about that?
Of course, and let's be honest.
Interesting.
They might have caught it a little early. Just a hair
Stop.
early. Just a hair early.
Stop.
Stop it. I'm just saying, maybe 2 or 3 punches early. That's all I'm saying. I've seen Bolt come back from worse. I've seen him come back from worse.
What?
He was blue in the face against Brian Ortega. Yeah, he's good. Wormed right out. He was supposed to be dead from that choke that Brian Ortega had on him. Breathing just fine, no problem. Who's to say he wouldn't come back from? I need to see 2 more punches at least. It was called a little early. That's all I'm going to say.
That's a horrible take. You could maybe say Aljamain Sterling versus Sean O'Malley got stopped a little early. There's no way the Volkanovski fight was early. He was after that head kick. He wasn't there anymore. Even after the head kick, he sat down in the canvas. He wasn't all the way there. It wasn't early. Let me just ask you this straightforwardly. If he has a full fight camp, does the fight end any differently?
I mean, it would be just as competitive as the last or as the first one was, and I think it would. I think he would beat him. I still think that he could beat Islam. I really do. I mean, Islam had a whole entire camp. He's over there in his area. He's got it's pretty much the hometown crowd for him. He's got Volt coming. Got to cut. What he cut 22 pounds in 1 week, like doing crazy stuff like that. I mean, that affects you whether you like it or not. Sorry, no matter how good you feel, no matter how great you're feeling going into the fight, whether you've been working out or anything like that, it's going to take a toll on you. But I'm telling you right now, Volt can still beat this guy. He will beat him eventually. I do think they have a 3-peat fight. Maybe Islam tries to push it down for a way, and it might stay away for a while. But I'm telling you right now, Volk will beat Islam one day. Mark my words.
They never fight again. I feel strongly about that. I'll give you $5 if that ever happens again. They don't fight again. Trey, I feel a little guilty. Maybe if he doesn't cut that much weight that fast, maybe he takes that head kick just a little better. And that's a disgusting take. I'm not proud about that one. I still had Makhachev winning. I thought it would be competitive. The way that it ended in the first round head kick, was that a little bit anticlimactic for you, or do you think that was okay?
Nobody wants a first round knockout or anything in the main event. Like, you want that for all the other ones, making it exciting, building up to the main event for a great fight. But I mean, that's what I'm saying. This is what I was telling you the whole time. The doctor sucked the wind out of the card when he did that with Johnny Walker. Everybody's like, what the heck is going on? Like, this is weird to do. He already did the thing with the balls, telling the dude he didn't get kicked in the balls and all that stuff. Everybody's feeling weird about that. So it's just like the momentum was already lost. And then Usman got robbed, and you know what I'm saying? Rightfully so, I guess, whatever. Not a 10-8 round, absolutely ridiculous, and I think he won the 3rd round, but whatever. And then you have this knockout. It was just not hyped up like it was supposed to be. This was supposed to be the card of the year. This was supposed to be the one. It's Abu Dhabi. It's the big one. You know what I'm saying? We're going all out for this. It was kind of a dud.
Thank you, Danny. I ranked that whole card. According to me, I ranked it a 5 out of 10. If you had to rank that card over or under that,
3.5.
That's a little low. I mean, you didn't like the prelims at all. You didn't like Mokaev.
Yeah, I guess that was an okay fight, but was it that exciting to you?
It wasn't until the submission. No, it wasn't. And the Sedner Magomedov fight was cool. The Aliskerov fight was cool, but for $80-something.
Listen to me. It was just on brand, bro. It was heavy grappling. Did you not feel that? It was just like a lot of like deadness, like a lot of bouncing around and then heavy grappling. That's what I felt like it was every time. I don't know. It just felt kind of meh. Maybe it was because it was in the daytime. I don't know. I kind of like the daytime cards usually, but I don't know.
I usually love the daytime cards. Danny Burns says a 3. Card was ass, says Plugs. December card is fire. The obvious question that you probably couldn't even think of next, but that's why we do this as far as the podcasting. And I'll teach you a little bit, Trey. You kind of ruined the anticipation last week. Hopefully you don't do it this time. Makhachev won the fight against Volkanovski, right? And we'll talk some Johnny Walker in a bit. But the very next fight for Makhachev, I think, should be Justin Gaethje. I kind of want to see Oliveira get skipped over, but if you had to pick, if they said, you know what, Trey Melton, you can pick on who's next for the Makhachev fight at 155. Does Makhachev go up and fight the winner of Colby versus Leon, or does he fight Justin Gaethje or Oliveira next? What would you prefer, and then what do you think will happen?
Well, here's the deal. I mean, I was saying it last week. Nobody really cares to see him fight Charles again. I think Charles is nothing but a gatekeeper anymore. I don't care to see him get a title shot. I don't think he's going to go on another run. I don't think he's going to start whooping everybody. I think they finally got the recipe. I think dudes are finally going to start knocking him down, and when they knock him down, people are going to start jumping on top of him. I feel like they're going to be more aggressive in that sense. But congratulations, Miller. Today's the day that you finally do it. You agree with me.
I already see.
I 100% agree. Justin Gaethje should 1,000% get that fight next. And honestly, I can't wait for it. I don't care to see Islam go up and fight Leon or Colby. I mean, that doesn't really interest me yet. Maybe in the future, possibly after the Justin fight, but 1,000%. And I think that's what Justin's holding out for. I don't think he's going to fight again until they give him a title shot. I really don't. And honestly, on the run he's went on, I think he deserves it. So, yeah, 100% agree. Congratulations. You finally did it. Well done, my son.
I'm going to take it a step further even for you, Trey. But two things. Number one, I didn't realize how low your volume was on the stream. That's not your fault. That's my fault. I feel bad. I'll try to edit it, post edit. Two, maybe I'm losing my marbles. I know I said Sean Strickland beats Hamza, and I do feel that way. Let me take it a step further. I think Gaethje has a very good chance. I'm not saying he wins just yet. But if they were to fight for the title next, I can see Gaethje getting the job done.
If it's the new Gaethje, yeah, maybe, but he can't be coming out there doing his reckless stuff that he usually does, the slanging and banging. I mean, that ain't going to cut it around here. So maybe, but I don't know. The new Gaethje looks good. Like, he was dialed in and just being smart and calculated, and he wasn't going for it. Even though he just fights with that bum, I can't stand that stupid. He's got the worst coach in UFC.
Trevor Whitman.
Yeah, he's got the ugliest, worst, corniest coach in the UFC. The guy that smiles when his dudes are getting whooped. But anyways, if he's dialed in like that, I think he could. I think he could do it 100%. Yeah, I think he could beat him. But I don't know. Islam is just scary, and you get him on the ground, he starts grappling. Even though Gaethje has some ground game, also that's what I'm saying. That's the fight to make. That's the most exciting fight. That's the biggest question mark in that conference or whatever division right now.
You're welcome. For one, if you remember, maybe you guys in the chat, don't fix the volume. That was nice. I didn't have to fix my volume at all while he had to
shut your mouth, you big dummy.
If you guys remember, you guys have been here for a while. I'm sure Beta I was one of the biggest, maybe Hito remembers as well, 2 plugs. I was one of the biggest Gaethje haters, I'll be honest. I thought he would lose against Dustin Poirier. I thought that he just wasn't the smartest as far as his decision making. And I guess you kind of agree too, because you kind of alluded to it. Like, if it's a new and improved Justin Gaethje, yes. But back then, Gaethje will make bad decisions. I think Gaethje's the toughest fight for Makhachev because the Gamrods, the Saryukians, I don't think they're that dangerous offensively. At the end of the day, Gaethje with the leg kicks offensively, dangerous. If he stays patient. So I would like to see that next. Now, if Oliveira gets a shot, does he have a chance, Troy?
No, it's going to be the same exact thing. He's going to get dropped, and then he's going to get submitted. I mean,
not even get back up.
This guy is going. Yeah, no, he's not even going to get back up. 100%. He didn't get back up last time. He wouldn't get back up this time. Nobody wants to see this fight. Just like I was saying, just like I pretty much predicted it. I mean, I was talking about wanting to see Volk before he even got the fight, and then sure enough, he comes in and gets the fight. I mean, look at that. Nobody wants to see Charles and Islam fight. Charles is done. Charles is washed. I'm telling you. He will never go on a championship run again. If we're giving him a fight, it's just because we need a fill-in fight until Justin is going to get the fight against Islam. It's just It's pointless. I don't know why they would reschedule it. I would move on too. Charles is the new gatekeeper. Congratulations. He had his run. He did his thing. He got like a hot almost to the record or whatever. It made the record. Nobody cares. We're done with the blonde guy. Let's move on.
Thank you for your opinion, Trey. Listen, the viewership today has been phenomenal. You're welcome for carrying you, Trey, on this topic of UFC 294. Now, you didn't do good on the co-main and main event.
Yeah, okay.
But if we look onto the future, we got UFC 295, we got UFC 296. Let me ask you this, Trey. What are you excited for most before the year ends as far as the UFC and the fights coming up?
Which one's which?
So UFC 295 is the John Jones and Stipe. UFC 296 is the Leon Edwards versus Colby Covington. Do you want to talk some Leon and Colby real quick, bro? Because I know you love that topic. But
let me just say this: a year ago, I built the John Jones and Stipe fight. I'm the one who said John Jones should come back and make his fight against Stipe. That should be his big comeback fight. But sure enough, comes back, won the championship again, or won the belt, doing it again. Doesn't matter. But here's the deal. Colby Covington, because I already know who Miller's going to pick because he's disgusting and he doesn't like real fighters. He doesn't like guys who push the pace. He doesn't like guys who has the stamina. He doesn't like guys who ground and pound, get after it, can talk with the mic, can get in the ring, can bully people, can do everything better than Leon can. He can talk better. He can walk better. He's cooler. He's smarter. The fight IQ is there. The wrestling's better. He's a better striker, better stamina. I mean, he across the board, he's an absolute dog. So, 1,000%, I can go ahead and give my prediction on this. I mean, he's one of my absolute favorite fighters. Colby Covington is going to absolutely go in there and demolish Leon. It is going to be fireworks when he steps in the ring. And honestly, I heard Trump might be coming in that fight. So, it's going to be a beatdown.
Yeah, according to Colby, he's going to get some dragon energy from Trump. Trey, listen, it's almost impossible not to do this, so I must. Let's just call it how we see it, how it is. I've been killing YouTube, right? We're at 8,100 subscribers, so thank you, chat. I've been sweeping cards.
And you're welcome for that, by the way. You're welcome for getting your viewers up.
And the viewers went up when Trey left. Luckily, we allowed him back.
Not true. Well, Miller begged me to come back finally after he banned me from the channel twice.
Luckily, we allowed him to come back. Trey, we might have something hot here going with this podcast. I'll be honest. There might be some future in it.
Anytime I step on the camera, anytime I step on the mic, it's absolute fireworks. The viewers explode. They want to talk to the source, the king. They want to get it done, Mr. Intel. You know what it is, Miller.
True, Trey. I can't wait because listen, the channel's been hot. The viewership has gone up when Trey left. It's still steady with Trey being here. So thank you guys for putting up with him. Mike Dornan in the building. What's up, Mike? 999, Drew, all the members. Thank you so much. You could become a member today. It helps the channel out immensely. Trey, imagine how it's going to be. Not only might we hit 9,000 subscribers before the year ends, because that's a target goal. I might shoot for 10. Everything is going well. But you know what's the nail in the coffin? Do you want to guess?
What?
So you don't want to guess? That's fine.
Is it? I mean, is this breaking news or what? What do you? I don't know what you're about to say right now. I have no idea where you're about to go with this.
When Leon beats Colby Covington dominantly, and I finished the year off right about Leon Edwards. I've been saying for years, if Leon gets the shot, he'll win. They thought he was scared of Khamzat Chimaev. COVID happened. They thought he would lose to Usman. I said, listen, Salt Lake City, the elevation is what ruined them. When they run it back a third time, Leon's going to win. What happened? I was right. They're not giving him a chance against Colby Covington. He's going to win by knockout, Trey. He's going to win by, not even decision. He's going to win by knockout. He's going to stop the takedowns of Colby Covington. We're going to end this year so strong. When we were right about Sean O'Malley this year, we were right about all the underdog picks.
Trying to get, all the underdog picks. Y'all know them, yeah.
And now we're going to be right about Leon Edwards. Leon Edwards is going to win by knockout. I can't wait.
Look at
I can't wait.
We were right about that one. We were right about those a couple months ago. This guy can't claim stuff like that. Y'all can't let him get away with stuff like that. He's up here talking absolute nonsense. He's going to finish Colby Covington. That's absolutely ridiculous that you would even think about that, that you would even say that. Listen, he's not getting caught like Usman. Colby Covington's pushing the pace. He sets the pace. He is the pace. He beats the drum. Now I get it. Even a blind squirrel gets a nut every now and then. Even a broke clock is right twice a day. But Miller, that's all your picks are. You don't all the underdogs. Do y'all hear this guy? All those underdogs. He's just claiming random stuff. This guy has no idea what he's talking about.
There's been so many.
There's been so many. No money to show for it either. This guy wins no bets, no nothing. But apparently he picks all these things.
Pantoja, Brandon Moreno was right about that one too. If we really want to go there,
please stop. And I was right about all of them too. So what are we doing here? I can just say that too. Yeah, I was right. I've been right about the last 30 cards. I haven't missed one pick, y'all.
I mean, I have video evidence of it. Oh, Topuria beating Bryce Mitchell. I know you hate that one. Right about that one as well too. Damn, you've been wrong a lot. But imagine when Leon.
I've been right a lot, and I've been right a lot. And matter of fact, you, who you hated on, cheer for all the guys that I told you were going to be great, that you said were going to be garbage. Like, I don't know, Sean O'Malley, who this guy absolutely slurps all the time.
I picked him to beat Aljamain Sterling.
Wants to act like he's the biggest fan of Sean, and he's just been on the Sean train. And you know what I'm saying? The Sugar Show's here. There's Miller with the Sugar Show. This guy was the biggest hater of Sean. He said he was done. He said he was horrible.
You know what's
incredible when he lost to Marlon.
You know what's incredible, Trey? I literally said Aljamain Sterling is going to go out there, try to prove a point, and he's going to get caught striking. And I was right to a T. I said
Sean for a year, Miller.
I said Leon, the elevation hurt him. He's going to beat Usman. And I said by a close decision, he wins. Colby Covington.
It wasn't about the elevation, dog. It was a random freaking kick. Like, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't nothing crazy.
It was about the elevation.
He was getting whooped the whole time, and then he got a lucky kick.
He wasn't used to the elevation at Salt Lake City, and that's why I said in the third fight, he's gonna get it done. Listen, Leon, Colby's gonna go out there. He's gonna try to wrestle. He's gonna have his head against the hips of Leon, push him against the cage. Yes, first round is gonna be close. Leon's gonna have the face of, and his corner is gonna say, "Don't let him bully you, son." And he's gonna rise to the occasion. I'm going to say fourth round. Standing toe-to-toe. He's going to start digging to the body with some kicks. He's going to find the uppercut. He's going to find the finish. And what are we going to say when I'm right again? Someone benchmark this very moment. What are we going to say when I'm right yet again?
Trust me, we will not have to worry about that at all because there is 0% chance that is happening. I mean, that is absolutely Miller. You want to talk about stamina and all that stuff? Yeah. He's going to think he was back in Utah. He's going to think he was back in Utah when he's in the ring with Colby Covington. That's how fast they're going to be fighting, and he ain't going to be able to keep up with it. He's going to be getting walked down and pieced up. I hope he's hungry because he's going to get a 189-piece combo when he steps in the ring that night. Honestly,
you think Colby beats him striking?
Yes, he's a better striker, better grappler, better on the ground. He beats him everywhere. Better on the mic. What do you want him to do? He's better at it than him.
He's better talking trash. He's better. He's better promoting a fight.
Yes.
He's not a better striker than Leon Edwards. Not even close.
Yes, he absolutely
not even
is.
close.
I'm telling you right now.
I wouldn't even go as far as to say he doesn't have power. He doesn't even really have power.
Colby doesn't even really have.
That's
Leon
what I'm saying.
doesn't even really have power.
Did you see the head kick knockout?
Honestly, okay, wow, congratulations.
Did you see what he did to Usman in the third fight?
The biggest
kept him humble.
Kick in his kept him humble. And you talking about power?
I would say Colby doesn't have the chin that Usman has. Listen, Leon's gonna win fourth round knockout. You heard it here first. I know it sounds crazy because I picked Sean Strickland to beat Hamzat. I've been right up. This
Nah,
has been
listen,
a
Miller,
this has been a killer
you
year
went
for me. I
you
can't wait.
went from your worst picks ever to having your absolute worst show ever. This has been absolutely by far the worst things you've ever said about the UFC so far since I've been doing the show. I can tell you that much.
Listen, chat. Thank you. We've had an incredible year. We're nearing the end. We're in the fourth quarter. It feels good. We've been growing the channel. Trey is back. I haven't even talked to him behind the scenes. Are you officially back? Or are you gonna take another 2-month hiatus to, I don't know, play bowling or something? Like, like what's going on?
This guy's disrespectful. What do you want? What do you want to answer? Do we have to talk business right now? You banned me. You banned me from the channel twice.
Well,
you know what I'm saying? How do I know you're not going to do that again? You kicked me off the stream. You did all this stuff and want to act like, oh, I just left. I did all these things. This guy kicked me out of here. I had to make another channel right on here, make a huge comeback. He blocked that one. He was spooked. Now,
David Reza.
Now he sees when I come back, all the viewers coming back, people back. Oh, we love Trey. He's here. Well, oh my gosh, the source, the king, the one who gets it done. Mr. Intel is back. We've been missing you. We haven't won any money since you've been gone. Miller's been giving us his awful picks. Nobody's been saving us. Please help. Now he wants to know if I'm back. See how people are, they'll just use you for the views. Talking about numbers, talking about 8,000 subs, talking about how many views this video. That's all he wants me for.
That's all he wants me for. Listen, Trey, I appreciate you. We've had a great show. On the menu as far as the future of UFC, we have drum roll as we try to pull it up. We have UFC 294 finished. We have November 4th, Almeida versus Lewis. So we have a weekend off. UFC 295, John Jones, Stipe. We haven't even talked about that. We'll save that for the next episode if Trey chooses to show up. Any last and final thoughts? Let me quickly read. Everybody loves Trey. What's not to love, says Michael Mack. Wow. Leon Scott is getting ragdolled, says Plugs. Look, I want Leon to win because I hate Kobe. But I don't think Kobe is going to let his third shot at the title go bad. Third time's a charm and all that. Nope, Beta, you're wrong, and I'm sorry to tell you that. I feel bad for the Phillies if they go to the World Series to play the Texas Rangers. We'll win if we actually go to the World Series. He was a Sean hater, but I picked him to win.
True.
I just picked him
He's
right. Leon ain't ready.
Yeah, I was just going to say, he's still a little flip-flop boy. Anyways, keep going. Continue.
Leon ain't ready for America's champ, says Plugs. Kobe can beat anyone on the right night. It's not going to be right for him at UFC 296. You have to go and fix the volume, says Beta. I'm sorry. Where is the unsub? Listen, guys. We're about to head out of here. Any closing thoughts, Trey? Thank you for being here, man, because I don't know if I'm going to see you ever again.
Yeah, of course you'll see me again. I mean, I'm the source. I'm the king. I'm the one who gets it done. I come back, and I'm happy I could save y'all and do this for you. Can you hear Drew screaming down there?
I can't.
I don't know what he just did, but he's going absolutely nuts. Anyways, I'm out of here. I'm the source. I'm the king, and I'm the one who gets it done. I'm sorry that y'all had to sit here and listen to Miller's worst take in history, his worst show in history. I have absolutely no idea what this guy is talking about when he's talking about Sean and comes out fighting, and he thinks Sean is he's gonna beat this guy. He thinks he's gonna knock him out. You think he's gonna whoop him like that? Absolutely not. Kamzat is going to go in there and absolutely ragdoll this guy. It's going to be the most brutal fight. Like I said, hey, look up the belt time limit. Whatever it is, whatever the record is, I can tell you right now, Kamzat is going to go in there and beat it. Anyways, I'm out here. I'm the source. I'm the king. The only one that gets it done. I'm glad all you fanboys could sit here and listen to me another Monday. Will I be here next week? I don't know. I guess you have to come back and find out. Peace.
There you have it, guys. There's Trey Melton, man. We appreciate everything he does, man. These all jokes, these all love. He was wrong about every fight on UFC 294, but nonetheless, we gotta love him. Go support him at Wedgie's Golf Company. I'm gonna just say one more thing and get out of here. You're gonna see the videos, you're gonna see the shorts. The numbers are increasing, so thank you guys so much. We have been cooking. Thank you for everybody that's a sub, everybody that's a member. Thank you. Member stream sometime this week. Keep out on the lookout for that. One last request that I have for you guys. I promise. This is it. Go check out the new interview I just spammed in the chat. Go leave a comment over there. Let me know your thoughts on that interview. That's all I ask. That'll help the channel immensely because it'll hit the algorithm. We'll get more views. She fights November 11th. Glory Watson. Thank you guys for the ongoing support. And go watch the interview. And the last thing I'll say is Hamza loses